Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about an organ so essential, so tireless that it puts all of our procrastination to shame. Yeah, you guessed it. We're diving deep into the wonderful world of the liver. Now you might be thinking, the liver? That doesn't sound nearly as exciting as, say, the heart or the brain. But trust me on this one, folks. The liver is like the behind-the-scenes superhero of your body, quietly carrying out hundreds of tasks without you even realizing it. And some of the things it does, let's just say they're pretty mind-blowing. We're talking regeneration, detoxification, and more functions than you can shake a stick at. Seriously, this organ puts multitasking to shame. We're talking about a level of efficiency that would make even the most organized person jealous. So, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a fascinating journey to uncover 16 mind-blowing facts about your liver. You won't want to miss this. All right, let's start with the basics. Where is this overachieving organ and what does it look like? Well, picture this. Nestled comfortably on the right side of your abdomen, just beneath your rib cage, sits your liver, working its magic 24/7. And it's not exactly a shrinking violet either. We're talking roughly the size of a football here, folks. That's right, a whole football. This hefty organ weighs in at around 3 pounds, making it the largest internal organ in your body. And to put that into perspective, you could imagine carrying around 3 pounds of, say, potatoes all day, every day. That's what your liver does for you without ever complaining or asking for a break. It's a workhorse, plain and simple. So, next time you're feeling impressed by a star athlete's footwork on the field, remember this. You've got a champion working even harder inside you, keeping your body in tip-top shape. And it deserves a round of applause, wouldn't you say? All right, let's talk about superheroes for a second. You know, those characters with incredible powers like super strength, flight, or the ability to heal crazy fast? Well, guess what? Your liver might just be the Wolverine of your internal organs. I'm talking about regeneration, people. This isn't some science fiction mumbo-jumbo. This is real-life biological magic happening inside you right now. See, the liver has this incredible ability to regenerate itself after being damaged. And we're not talking about just a few scrapes and bruises here. Even if up to 75% of the liver is removed, surgically of course, not in some freak accident, it can grow back to its full size and function. I mean, seriously, how cool is that? It's like something out of a comic book. This incredible regenerative power is thanks to a special type of cell in the liver called hepatocytes. These little guys are like the construction workers of your liver, constantly dividing and multiplying to repair any damage and keep things running smoothly. So, we've established that the liver is kind of a big deal, right? It's juggling over 500 different functions to keep you going. One of its most important gigs is detoxification. Your liver is basically the bouncer at the club of your body, and it's a master chef when it comes to protein synthesis. It also produces bile, playing a key role in digestion, and it helps regulate blood sugar levels. Seriously, this organ deserves a standing ovation. Okay, let's talk about bile. Bile, my friends, is kind of amazing. Produced by our multi-talented liver, bile is this greenish-yellowish liquid that plays a crucial role in digestion. Imagine trying to mix oil and water. That's where bile swoops in to save the day. Bile acts like a sort of detergent, breaking down those big fat globules into smaller droplets. Bile also helps our bodies absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. So basically, bile is like the unsung hero of digestion. We've already established that the liver is like the overachiever of organs, right? Well, buckle up, because it's about to add another impressive feat to its resume storage unit extraordinaire. That's right, your liver acts as your body's personal vault, storing away important vitamins and minerals. Essential vitamins like A, D, E, and K, and B12 for energy production. And don't even get me started on iron. Your liver is like Fort Knox for iron, storing it and releasing it to create red blood cells. It's all about balance, my friends. And your liver is a master of maintaining equilibrium. So next time you take your multivitamin, appreciate your liver's dedication to keeping things running smoothly. So, you get a paper cut. It's a bummer, right? But here's the thing. Without your liver, that paper cut could turn into a much bigger deal. See, your liver's like the body's very own clotting factory. It produces these things called clotting factors, which are basically like tiny superheroes that rush to the scene of any injury and stop the bleeding. It's kind of like, when you're trying to make a cake and you accidentally put in way too much milk, and then you're like, oh no, this is going to be a disaster. But then you remember you have cornstarch, which is basically the clotting factor of the baking world. It swoops in, thickens everything up, and saves the day. And trust me, you want your blood to clot properly. Because if it doesn't, even a minor cut could lead to some seriously excessive bleeding, and nobody wants that. So, next time you see a Band-Aid, take a second to thank your liver, because chances are it played a pretty big role in making sure you didn't bleed out from that paper cut. You're welcome. We've all been there. You eat something questionable, maybe some gas station sushi, and immediately regret it. But fear not, my friends, because your liver is working overtime to filter out all those toxins. It's like the ultimate bouncer for your body, standing guard and deciding who gets in and who gets tossed out. And the stuff it filters out, let's just say you wouldn't want to meet it in a dark alley. We're talking about things like alcohol, medications, pollutants, the works. Basically anything that could potentially harm your body, your liver is like, nope, not today. Now you might be wondering, where does all that bad stuff go once the liver filters it out? Well, it gets sent to the kidneys, which are basically like the sewage system of your body, filtering out waste and sending it on its merry way. So the next time you're feeling a little rough after a night out, remember to thank your liver. It's been fighting the good fight, detoxifying your body like a champ. Let's talk about medications for a second. We pop pills like they're candy, but have you ever stopped to think about what happens to them after you swallow? Well, buckle up, because it's time for a journey into the fascinating world of drug metabolism. See, when you take a medication, it doesn't just magically work its magic. It needs to be broken down into a form that your body can actually use. And guess who's in charge of that process? You guessed it, the liver. It's like the ultimate pharmaceutical alchemist, transforming those pills into something your body can actually understand. This process is crucial because it ensures that the medication is delivered to the right place in your body and that it's effective in treating whatever ails you. And without your liver, well, let's just say those medications wouldn't be nearly as helpful. So next time you take your daily dose of whatever, give a little nod to your liver. It's working hard behind the scenes to make sure those pills do their job. So you just crushed a giant plate of spaghetti. Carbs, glorious carbs. Your body's like sweet fuel. But here's the thing. Your body can't use all that glucose, the sugar from carbs at once. Enter your liver, like the responsible friend who says, dude, chill. We'll store some of this for later. It converts the excess glucose into glycogen, like packing leftovers in neat little Tupperware containers. This process is crucial for keeping your blood sugar levels in check. Too much sugar in your bloodstream is like a sugar rush, except not so fun. It can lead to all sorts of problems, from fatigue to serious health issues in the long run. But your liver, ever the diligent organ, helps prevent those sugar highs and crashes. Okay. Imagine. Your red blood cells are like those little delivery trucks constantly transporting oxygen throughout your body. But just like any vehicle, they get old and need to retire. That's where your liver steps in like a super efficient junkyard. It breaks down hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen, into its components. One of these components is bilirubin, which sounds like a superhero name, but is actually a yellowish pigment. Your liver further processes bilirubin so it can be excreted from your body, mostly through, well, And just like that, your liver helps recycle valuable materials from old red blood cells, keeping things running smoothly. Cholesterol soup. The mere mention of the word can send shivers down your spine. But hold on, folks. Cholesterol isn't inherently evil. In fact, it's essential for building cells and producing hormones. And guess what? Your liver is the primary manufacturer of this vital substance. Now, there's good cholesterol, HDL, and bad cholesterol, LDL. Too much LDL can clog your arteries, kind of like a traffic jam in your blood vessels. But your liver plays a crucial role in regulating cholesterol levels. Like a traffic cop directing the flow, it helps remove excess cholesterol from your body, ensuring a healthy balance. So we've talked about how the liver breaks down toxins, right? Well, it's also surprisingly adept at fending off microscopic ninjas, or as doctors call them, infections. I mean, we're talking Chuck Norris levels of defense here. The liver contains these cells called Kupffer cells They act like little bodyguards, patrolling around and destroying any harmful bacteria or viruses foolish enough to wander in. They're basically the bouncers of club liver, and let me tell you, they have a strict no pathogens policy. And it's not just about brute force either. The liver also produces proteins that help fight infections and support the immune system. It's like a one-organ army, defending us from the invisible enemies that try to take us down on a daily basis. So next time you see a white blood cell, give it a high five. Or maybe a fist bump. You know, something cool that immune cells do. And maybe thank your liver for always having its back. Or, more accurately, your entire immune system's back. Okay, so you eat a delicious, and let's be honest, probably slightly questionable burrito. Your stomach is like, dude, what is this? But your liver is the master chef of your inner ecosystem, ready to transform that culinary chaos into something actually useful. See, the liver takes all those nutrients from your digested food, the carbs, the proteins, the fats, and it's like, all right, team, let's get to work. It breaks them down, converts them, and basically performs culinary alchemy to create energy and all sorts of essential building blocks your body needs. Think of it like this: your food is like raw ingredients, and your liver is like the most efficient, most dedicated sous chef in the history of ever. It's chopping vegetables, reducing sauces, and whipping up the most amazing molecular gastronomy, all in the name of keeping you alive and functioning. So next time you're feeling grateful for like oxygen or the existence of otters, maybe throw a little gratitude the liver's way. It's working hard in there, people. All right, let's talk about sugar. Not the kind that makes cookies delicious, though cookies, but the kind that circulates in your blood, giving your cells the energy they need to, sell. We're talking about glucose. Now, too much glucose in your blood? That's bad. Too little? Also bad. It's like a Goldilocks situation, but instead of porridge, we're talking about your health. And guess who's in charge of keeping things just right? You guessed it, the liver. The liver acts like your personal glucose manager, carefully monitoring your blood sugar levels and stepping in whenever things get out of whack. When you've got excess glucose, your liver stores it as glycogen. Think of it like a glucose savings account. Then, when your blood sugar dips, the liver taps into those reserves, releasing glucose back into the bloodstream to keep everything running smoothly. So basically, the liver is the ultimate regulator, ensuring your cells have a constant supply of energy without sending you on a wild blood sugar roller coaster. It's a delicate balance, but thankfully our livers are pros. So, we've talked about how the liver is like this amazing chemical processing plant, breaking down everything from cheeseburgers to over-the-counter pain relievers. But there's one thing the liver isn't always a fan of: alcohol. And look, I'm not here to be the fun police, but someone has to tell your liver that going shot for shot with tequila isn't exactly doing it any favors. See, when you drink alcohol, your liver is the primary organ responsible for metabolizing it, breaking it down into less harmful substances. But excessive alcohol consumption, that's like forcing your liver to work overtime every night without a break. And just like any overworked employee, your liver can start to suffer. We're talking about some serious conditions here, like fatty liver disease, alcoholic hepatitis, and in severe cases, cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is particularly scary because it involves scarring of the liver tissue, which can eventually lead to liver failure. And trust me, you don't want to mess around with liver failure. It's not exactly conducive to, living a long and healthy life. Now, I'm not saying you need to abstain from alcohol entirely. Moderation is key, people. Listen to your body, stay hydrated, and maybe give your liver a break every now and then with a nice tall glass of water. Your liver will thank you for it. And honestly, your future self will probably thank you too. All right, so we've established that the liver is a multitasking marvel, right? It filters toxins, produces bile, stores vitamins, the list goes on. But did you know this incredible organ is also a major player in the world of hormones? Yep, your liver is basically the endocrine system's right-hand man, or woman, or non-binary pal. We're inclusive here. We're talking about hormones like insulin-like growth factor, IGF, which is crucial for growth and development, especially during childhood and adolescence. Then there's hepcidin, which helps regulate iron levels in the body, because too much iron can be just as problematic as not enough. And let's not forget about thrombopoietin, a hormone that stimulates the production of platelets, those tiny cells that are essential for blood clotting. But the liver's hormonal influence doesn't stop there. It also plays a role in breaking down and eliminating hormones that are no longer needed by the body. Because, just like that stack of old magazines in the corner, hormone levels need to be kept in check. Too much or too little of a certain hormone can throw your whole system out of whack. So, next time you think about your hormones, don't just picture those diagrams from high school biology class with the pituitary gland and the adrenal glands. Give a shout out to your liver, the unsung hero of hormone regulation, working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep everything in balance.